So one of the questions that I've been getting about the Motorola Moto Z, it's how good are the pictures and videos on this phone in comparison to the S7 Edge. Does this phone take really good pictures and videos? Is it better than the S7 Edge? Hopefully with this video we're gonna find out. I put together some videos and pictures from both of these phones so you guys can compare and see for yourself which one those are better in every aspect: autofocus, low light, video quality, picture quality, video stabilization. So let's go ahead and take a look. All right guys, and now you're about to see the picture samples of the Motorola. Alright guys, and now you're about to see the picture samples of the S7 Edge. Alright guys, and now I'm recording with the front-facing camera as I'm driving with the Motorola 1080p 30 frames per second. Alright guys, and now I'm recording with the Samsung front-facing camera 1080p 30 frames per second. Alright guys, and now I'm recording with the front-facing camera of the Motorola 1080p 30 frames per second. Video stabilization is on, and as you guys can see, I'm trying to walk really quick, so hopefully the video is stable. Alright guys, so now I'm recording with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge front-facing camera 1080p 30 frames per second. Video stabilization is on, and as you guys can tell, I'm trying to walk fast. Now I'm recording with the Motorola 1080 60 frames. I'm gonna get close to the flowers and do some macro shots. Focus is quick and fast. Alright guys, now I'm recording in 1080p 60 frames. I'm gonna do some macro shots here with these flowers. So it's kind of struggling right now to focus. And that's better right there. Alright guys, and now I'm recording with the Motorola rear camera 1080p 60 frames. Video stabilization is on. However, I'm not moving, I'm standing, but at least we can capture the car moving in 60 frames per second. I'm sure it looks really nice. Alright guys, and now I'm recording again with the Galaxy 1080p 60 frames per second. Video stabilization is on, but I'm not moving right now. At least we can capture the cars moving in 1080 at 60 frames. I'm sure it looks really nice. Guys, and now I'm recording with the Motorola in 1080p 60 frames per second. Video stabilization is on. The Motorola also lets you turn on video stabilization when you're recording in 60 frames. So hopefully the video is steady or stable, not shaking. Alright guys, and now I am recording with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge with the rear camera. I mounted the camera here on my windshield. Video stabilization is on, and this is a video in 1080p at 60 frames per second. In comparison to the S6 or S6 Edge Plus, You cannot turn on video stabilization when you're recording in 60 frames, but with the S7 Edge you can, and it's on right now, so hopefully the video looks stable. So one of the main questions that people have, or the concern, is, if the S7 Edge is better in low light versus the Moto Z. That's why you guys see me right now in the dark. I pretty much turn off everything. There's no lights on right now in this bedroom. As you guys can see, the light, it's right there, it's off. And the only light coming inside of the bedroom, it's the light that is going through the blinds right now. Alright guys, now recording with the Motorola low light test. There is no light in this room except for the light coming through the blinds right there. And I'm in front of this shelf, and my hat, my Rockstar hat, it's right there. I can barely see the hat. I'm gonna try to get close. So barely see it. Alright guys, and now I'm recording with the S7 Edge, same conditions. There is no light in the room except for the light coming through the blinds right here. And I'm in front of this shelf, and as you guys can see, there is my Rockstar hat, so I can see way better the hat in comparison to the Motorola. I'm gonna get close to the hat, and as you guys can see, we can see the colors and all that. Again, with the Samsung S7 Edge, low light performance, recording in 1080p 60 frames. Guys, another low light test here with the Motorola, now recording in 1080p 60 frames with the rear camera. I'm in the kitchen right now, and here's the kitchen counter. There are a bunch of bottles there, pop, liquor bottles. So I'm gonna get close, and I cannot really see anything right now. So as I get close, I don't really see anything. I see something there. I can tell there are bottles, but it's really hard to tell the label, look at the label, or the names or anything like that. Alright guys, doing a low light test here with the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Now again we are in the kitchen, recording with the rear camera, and there's no light. There are some bottles here on the counter. In comparison to the Motorola, I can see the colors, I can see some of the labels. Let's get a little closer. So we can see there some of the names, the colors. Again, the low light test, recording with the S7 Edge. This is now an autofocus test, testing the autofocus here on the Motorola Moto Z. I'm gonna move this away from the camera, back and forth, so we can see if it picks up the focus on the bottle. So right now the focus is concentrated on the bottle. Let's go ahead and move it. So it works out pretty good. Alright guys, and now I'm recording with the S7 Edge autofocus test. The focus right now is concentrated on this bottle. I'm gonna move the bottle away, back and forth quick, and see if it picks up the focus. So far working pretty good. Working on some macro shots. When I get close to that bottle right there, I'm recording with the Motorola right now in 1080p 60 frames. So let's start getting close. Working pretty good. Alright, now we're working with the S7 Edge. I'm gonna get close to that bottle right there, and we're gonna test some macro shots while recording with the autofocus. Working pretty good. Alright guys, I'm now recording with the Motorola, and I'm gonna bring this little bottle really close to the camera and see if we can focus on the small letters. Working pretty good. Alright guys, I'm now recording with the S7 Edge. I'm gonna bring this really close to the camera and see if we can focus on the small letters. There's a little bit of a bounce in and out as we are focusing, but it works. It takes a little bit of time, but it really focuses on the small letters. Alright guys, so what are my conclusions after this test? Definitely, for sure, low light performance goes to the S7 Edge. As you guys can see from the video samples, we put both phones through the same test, the same conditions in low light, and there were times that I couldn't see anything with the video recording on the Motorola, and I was still able to see things with the video recording from the Samsung in low light. Pictures also the same low light conditions with no flash. Every test I did, there wasn't any flash on. The S7 Edge shows way better pictures in low light. When it comes to the autofocus, I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I have the feeling that the Motorola works a little bit faster, and there is not the bouncing in and out effect that you get from the S7 Edge. But other than that, I mean, both phones are really good. You're gonna get a really good quality video and pictures from both. But as far as a low light performance, whether you are recording or taking pictures, the S7 Edge, it's gonna be better. Both phones offers the optical image stabilization. Both phones can record in 4K, 1080 at 30 frames and 60 frames. So pretty much video and picture quality, they're gonna be the same. But in low light conditions, the S7 Edge is gonna be the winner. Give me your thoughts and your comments, and I will see you guys later. Peace out.